Do you have Thunderlords? What do you know what mastery page you have?
I go 12-18-0.
Okay. Yeah, Thunderlords is the best thing to take right now. It's that keystone in the second tree.
Okay, I mean I probably have it. I think.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. I'll be able to tell. I can't
I'm running mostly Gross Gore's TF page because I mean it was similar to the Annie. Good.
Yeah. No, that's fine. Yeah, with Annie, the page doesn't really matter too much. Basically, alright, so what you want to... Wait, am I going... Alright, this is normal speed. So yeah, Yeah, basically you just farm up. You just farm up with your keys early. And then, like, when you get a chance, you're able to go and harass him. Since Echo's melee, there's no point to be this far back in the lane, because there's nothing he can do that will allow him to punish you, especially level 1. All he can do is throw a Q where you have one of the longest attack ranges as mid laner, and his attack range is pretty far. So like you can you can easily just kind of bully him. Like you can auto attack Q, auto attack him, and then it kind of just pressures him. And one thing you're gonna learn against bad players, and as you go higher, but against people that don't really feel comfortable with what they're playing, if you just put a little aggression on, then they get scared and startled, and then they just kind of let you have the lane without you actually doing anything.
Oh, I've been in that position so many times. Like, when I'm at a roll,
he should not be able to. Here, let me show you. Nice. So right here, it's gonna be in a second. You CS that, right? You shouldn't. There's no reason to go back. This one's gonna be dying here soon, and you know he's gonna want to. You know he's gonna want to step up to get these, right? So think of. Have you ever played Dota or Heroes of Newerth or anything?
I've very briefly, but
okay.
I left quickly.
Okay. You know how you can like deny your own minions in that game?
I've heard of that. Yeah.
Think of denying your own minions instead of actually getting the last hit. Think of them as pressuring them or damaging them. That way, they have two choices. They either don't get the CS, which in that case you win, or they go for the CS and then you get a chunk of damage on them, which is also a win. Like right here, you see he's going to be walking up, and there's no possible way that he can win a trade with you at this point. So like. You shouldn't let him just kind of like walk up for especially this one right here, like
okay.
You basically don't give things up for free.
Okay. All right.
And then especially level 2. I mean it helps, but your Q is your main.
One of the problems I've been having in general, I just wanted to say is dodging skill shots. Like that's my huge weakness that gets me behind in lanes a lot.
Yeah, I mean skill shots are 100% mind game between you and the other person.
Okay.
So it's like you can, as you get better, you'll be able to understand when they're gonna throw it and just kind of like bait. You're gonna be able to bait out spells.
It's just from experience and practice.
Yeah, just kind of just from being in this situation before. But yeah, especially as Andy, you don't have to play so scared because you can just chunk him like that. Whenever you have a stun up, just go for the QW combo.
I think I just have a general tendency to play passive, and like that's what I talk about sometimes, just zoning myself out for no reason. Like
I mean that's fine. Like playing passive and just farming and playing for later game, it's like that's fine. But to improve, you have to be able to know like where you can expand on their like weaknesses, and on like if you only play passive and you only play the safe way, you won't know how to get better, and you won't be able to see opportunities.
Yeah, that's why I've been trying to play a little bit more dominantly.
Yeah. Alright, that this should be.
It's probably my lack of awareness.
No, that wasn't you. That was right. I'll show you what the Rengar should have done. Alright, this should be 100% kill, especially with your stun up and he gets 5 stacks. Alright, so right here you stun him, right?
Yeah.
He sees that he E'd. He should throw this E like that. That was dumb. That should be on him, and then he should save his next one since he has 5 stacks for after he flashes. So if you're if you're ever playing, say you're playing jungle or you're playing Annie or something, sometimes it's best to wait for them to flash if it's a skill shot that's a stun, and then if he waited for Echo to flash, Echo flashes, and then he reads him here, and then you guys get the kill.
Okay.
But like, I don't know, that was a bad gank by him. I mean, it gave you a big advantage because you now have. He doesn't have much health anymore, and it has no.
And he has no flash.
Yeah, and no flash either. But yeah, since you're kind of low on mana, so yeah, just farm.
When I'm low on mana, I just sort of focus on my last hits and gets the Q refunds. So
yeah. But definitely use Annie's auto attack a lot more, especially against a melee champion.
Okay.
Now don't, especially in situations like this where you have a lot more minions than his. So for some reason he does decide to fight you. He's gonna take a lot more damage from his minions.
Okay.
But yeah, don't like now. Say if he has like 8 minions and you have like 2, like you don't really want to be auto attacking him. But
in this situation, it was
just think about trying to auto attack people more.
Okay. Oh, now the Rengars.
Yeah, he's back.
There again.
he's back. Alright, so one thing you could be doing, since you know your Rengar's right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So where isn't Wukong?
Where isn't Wukong?
Yeah, where since you know your Rengar is right here, you know Wukong isn't, right? So
Wukong isn't there, yeah.
Yeah, because if Wukong was here, you would see him because
your
Rengar's in the jungle here, so you know Wukong is nowhere in this top side of the map. So you can play. Since he's this low and you still have everything, right? You honestly should be playing up here. You want to be playing up here because you're zoning him off, and he has 2 options. He either stays back here and is completely zoned, or he's gonna play around this area, and in which case 80% of the time Wukong will be in this jungle, in this area. So you can somewhat effectively zone him from CSing and XP, and also you have kill pressure.
Alright.
What you could honestly do is just get your stun, and then you could just QW auto ignite him and kill him, or just chase him down.
Yeah. The other thing I wanted to ask was
Oh, you did it right here. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was good because you saw that you knew he had no flash, and there was no possible way for him to escape.
Yeah, I thought my damage was enough, so I just sort of went further.
Yeah, that was good. Now you want to make sure you shove this in all the way before you do back, which it looks like you're trying to. But what were you gonna say?
One of the problems I've been having is just enemy junglers' position awareness. How can I better my knowledge of where enemy junglers are going to be, so I know which side to ward and hide? Because I feel like higher elo players seem to just know where the enemy jungler is.
Do you hear my dog?
Yeah, I just heard him.
Alright, so are you talking throughout the entire game, or just kind of throughout the start?
Throughout the laning phase.
Alright, so through the laning phase, look at where your jungler is at, right? That's the best way to tell where their jungler is at, okay? I'll show you. Now it looks like Wukong wasn't completely standard, but is this letting me go farther back? Let me go to, I want to go to here. Alright, so look where your jungler is at, right? This is the start. This is first wave. So your jungler's here. So most of the time, 80% of the time, their jungler is going to be starting here. Maybe even more, 90% of the time, the jungler's starting here. And after this, 90% of the time, he's going to be going to red, just like your Rengar. So especially early game, look where your jungler's at, and just and then wherever your jungler's at, literally just directly across the jungle is most likely where their jungler is at. Now you do have to take into account like if your jungler's like a Shyvana and they have like a Rengar or something, Shyvana's clear speed is a lot faster than Rengar, so you have to take stuff like that into account. But for the most part, wherever your jungler's at, their jungler is just across the river.
Alright. If it was like a Fiddlesticks on the enemy team, then they could have probably started top to get the blue.
I mean,
first.
yeah, they can. Typically, people just start the bottom side, but I don't. What is this? I don't know. Why is he doing Raptors? Let's see what he does. Let's see his path. But alright, so you see Rengar's done with blue, right? So a traditional path, he's going straight to red. So right now, their Wukong you should be thinking right now, their Wukong's about right here, where my mouse cursor is.
Okay.
And then their Wukong should be at like blue right now. Typically.
I don't know why he's in the river.
I don't know. I don't know if he's trying to just do a full clear or something. I don't know. But
Okay.
So right now, typically their jungler would be at blue buff.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
and then I think the time frame for when you should be worried about getting a mid gank, a standard mid gank, I think is between like 3 and like 3:30. I think that's like the standard time you should be worried about getting ganked mid.
I think that's sometimes why I play passive, just like to avoid getting ganked.
Alright. Yeah, so a standard ward could just be throw your trinket in this bush at around like 245 or at like 245, 250 or something like that. You could, like 240, 245 or something. You could always just throw your ward in here. You can do it later, 250, 3 minutes, but like around like 250, 310, you could just throw your ward in there and you'll be able to know. Like look, your Rengar came straight. He came straight to this bush, right? So he's at this bush at 311 and he did a standard clear. And he's looking to gank.
Okay.
So between like 3 and 3:30 is like the standard mid gank.
All right, that makes sense.
Yeah, but like, look, he's here, but like, if this Wukong, typically people look to go top, but right now, I'll tell you, Wukong should be right here. They should be ganking top right now. Wukong should be like coming around this way or behind the Garen, and they should be going for a Garen right now. Oh, okay. Alright, let me show. This is why this timing also is kind of bad for top lane. If you're playing top lane, I've died so many times going to ward at this time, because if Wukong is in this bush right now with double buffs, he's going to get onto Garen, and Darius would be inching up. So Garen should be dead right now if Wukong did a proper jungle. Alright. Because, you see how he goes to check this, right? Mm-hmm. Wukong would be standing right here and would easily be damaging him with red buff, and Darius would be coming for help. And say they don't kill him, but they blow his flash, and then Darius has the lane in his favor right here. You see how the lane's stuck right here because it's Garen. Darius would be able to freeze the lane and then just completely zone this Garen out of the game, at least early game. But their Wukong, I don't know what he's doing.
Okay. Alright.
I can make like a timestamp for you. I'll write some stuff to you in Skype after.
Alright, thank you.
But yeah. And then also use lanes, right? So you look at top lane. Did Garen die? Alright, Garen just died, right? And it's Darius is going to be shoving to he's going to be shoving to push. So Wukong may be up here right now, but he's not going to be heading in this direction. He shouldn't be heading in this direction right now. If you look mid is standard and you're kind of towards your turret, so Wukong most likely is not coming in your direction, because especially Echo has no form of CC to stop you, so Wukong won't be coming mid right now. So the only two options Wukong should be thinking about right now is just doing more jungle or looking bot lane, because look where the wave's at.
Oh yeah,
the wave's at their turret, so Wukong should be he should be in the bottom half of the map, or he should be heading there right now, because if he was top like he should have been, he would be heading bottom right now, or he would just be doing some jungle backing and then heading bot or something like that.
Okay.
But you use minion waves to kind of judge where the two biggest things you can use to judge where the jungler's at is look at your own jungler and look at the minion waves on the map, and that normally could tell you around the area that their jungler's at. Here, I can do stuff. I'll keep it in your vision, okay? And then just randomly throughout, I'll try to tell you where I think their Wukong's at.
Okay.
So yeah, we were to the point where you were backing. Oh yeah, you killed him, which is good because you were. That was a good kill because you realized you had enough damage to kill him. And then he has teleport. I hate teleport when mid laners take it, but yeah, you did the right decision backing right there. How much gold did you have? You had. What'd you buy? Oh, does it show me the? Does it not show me the items? Oh, I'm an idiot. All right. You bought a blast. What are you building towards?
First item I usually either take I take Abyssal versus AP and Zhonya's versus AD, and then I go Death Cap. And then depending on whether they're building MR, I go Void Staff, or if they're not, another AP item, and just
Okay.
Ludens towards the end.
Yeah, that's not too bad. Abyssal is, especially against an Echo, Abyssal's not bad because it makes it so he never can really fight you. Rod of Ages isn't a horrible item for you to go either, and also Frost Queen's Claim, the one that sends the ghosts out, that's not horrible to go either on mid laners.
Okay.
But you just saw it. Alright, so when you see how much damage you do from a combo, does that tell you anything? Do you think anything from that damage? Like, do you think anything from that?
I mean, of course, it makes me feel better about getting a kill potentially.
Yeah.
'Cause
So what you should be thinking is right now you should be trying to get level 6 as fast as you can because you saw that a QW combo took him here. So if you do another one, he's to here. So basically 2 more QW combos, he's almost dead. So like
Okay.
you know that your damage is really good right now. So you should be trying to. You're almost 6 right now, anyways. You should be trying to get 6 as fast as you can. Is he just gonna Zeus? Alright, no.
I don't know what that was.
I can't tell you anything because he just suicides. I want to watch it again. I want to see what he was thinking. But right now, you should look at use your XP bar too to know, because right now you're probably about 3 minions off, or 3 or 4 minions off from level 6 or something like that. So if you kill a few more, the best way to do it too is to time it so when you hit 6 you have your stun, so you can instantly just drop your tippers on him, and that forces him out, and he's not level 6, so he doesn't have ult to prevent it. He may not die, but you're gonna force him out of lane. All right, so why was this a very bad decision for him to jump in on you?
Well, because I had another QW rotation.
Yeah, like you had your
and I
cooldowns.
was getting level 6 soon, so I could finish tibbers.
Yeah, but also because like if he jumps in on you like this, he is a cannon minion that's gonna hit him. He has 3 of these that are gonna hit him, and he has both of these minions that are just gonna instantly turn around and be able to hit him. So from one attack rotation of all these minions, it's gonna equal about a spell from you. Like it's
okay.
And then like as he runs, he's gonna take even more damage from all these minions.
Yeah, I
Like
think it was a minion aggro.
Those minions did probably like 150 to 200 damage to him. Like they did basically a Q. They added a whole Q from you onto him just because he jumped into you with all your minions there. But yeah, you want to just shove this, and then alright, so I'm gonna guess. I mean, if I had to guess, the Wukong is god. But he's a weird player. Alright, right now, there's 2 places you should think Wukong's at, right?
I was thinking maybe top.
Wukong should be. Wukong's either going to be in this area bottom, or he's going to be at Gromp and Wolves area. Those are the only 2 spots that he should be at right now. And
Why would you think Gromp or Blue?
Gromp, because I would think that because he cleared his bot side of the jungle, and
Okay.
you would you see that there's no golems here, so you would be thinking that he's just working his way through the top side of the jungle.
Oh, okay.
Because that's what's up. Look what's up on your side, right?
Mhm.
You have the golems and raptors are both up, right? So his wolves and gromp are most likely up.
Okay.
So that's why I was thinking he was here. Now him killing his first blue buff at 5:59, that is not the way to go. Your first buff should not die at that time, but those were basically the two options. He was either going to be in this area, or he was going to be down here, about to jump in on this gank.
Okay.
So you can. Where's he's still dead? So it'll take him probably about 30 seconds to get back to lane. So yeah, you can. Yeah, you want to shove this as fast as you can, which you're trying to. You're trying. Alright, but you have a huge level advantage on him now. You have like a level and a half on him. You should be backing. That was wasted.
Oh, I was thinking maybe am I gonna gank? I was like, nah.
Right now, even if you gank top and you kill him, it's not really worth it, to be honest. You do get the kill, and yes, the gold and everything, but you let Echo back into your lane. Even if you get the kill, you let Echo back into your lane just because he's gonna get all the XP without being contested from you at all, and so he's gonna level up to where you are, and then he's basically gonna catch up on your CS. You will still have lane dominance, but the lead that you could have had is just completely gone. So you wasted like, I don't know, 8 seconds there or something. So you would have been already walking back to lane right now.
Oh, okay.
Think of him as like a think of him as like Gnosis, I guess. The longer that you're out of lane, the more he stacks up and gets back in the game.
Okay.
Think of it like that. If you're completely stomping a lane, sometimes it's better to stay in the lane and get as much possible from it as possible, and then go and roam and help out later. Because your team's doing fine. Like they're even. It's like one kill, one death. Like their top lane and jungle are doing good. Their bot lane's alright. So I mean the game's pretty even, and you're doing really well mid. So like I would just stay mid and punish him even more. Okay. Now he is level 6, so killing him is a little trickier. But you can easily just burst and bait his ult, and then if he comes close to you without his ult, then you could just do that.
Yeah, there was another problem I want to ask about. This that reminds me. Just sort of the enemy mid laners roaming. Like sometimes, I mean, I try to ping Mia like 4 or 5 times, and I noticed like someone still ends up dying like 90% of the time.
Yeah.
And like sometimes I get blamed for not following.
Alright, when your mid laner leaves, right, there's 2 options you have. You have to take stuff into account too. You have to think about, alright, so say their jungler's roaming bottom, right? Mm-hmm. You have to think about, if I follow him, could he be waiting here and just instantly kill me? If someone's extremely far ahead of you, a lot of times a good player will just bait you to just follow them, and then they just kill you and they don't even leave. But you either want to follow or push as hard as you can and try to take the turret. Those are pretty much the only 2 things you can do.
Okay.
Most of the time you want to follow. Even if you give up CS, it's best to just follow them, because helping your team out in fights is a lot of times better than the damage you would have got on turret.
Okay.
Alright, so right now, where do you think Wukong is?
Based on Rengar's position, probably between bot and mid.
Yeah, if I had to guess, this is really, really scary, especially against Wukong, to be up this far with this much health. It's honestly probably best for you it's best right now if you just walk back and go back to base. You have no potions to heal up. You aren't gonna gain anything from pressuring this, because if you pressure this, you throw the chance of you dying, because you have, look at all of this. The entire map is dark to you, right? So you have no knowledge. You know where Darius is, you know where Echo is, and you know where Jinx is. That's all you know. And Jinx is going to be shoving, so that makes the whole bot lane dark. And so basically the whole, the best option for you right now is just to go back to base, even though you only have 300 gold. Just go back, buy some potions, and come back to lane with full health. And because right now Wukong is most likely, he's either going to be around this area or he's going to be around this area, like about to jump on you. Let's see where he actually is. Oh, and he's back in base. But I mean, you don't know he's here though.
Yeah, that was risky.
Like, you don't know. He easily could just be right here and then W and jump on you, and you can't do anything about it. So I mean, it's because this dancing around like here is, you're wasting time, but it's and he is potion, so he's just gonna be healing up. But alright, but if you see him jump like that, what does that tell you?
Wait, jump like?
Here, I'll go through this. Okay. Alright, so right. You know how I was saying you don't know where Wukong's at, right? Alright, after this should tell you where Wukong isn't. So alright, so you run at him like this, right? This tells you Wukong's not mid. That right there tells you Wukong is not right.
Yeah, because he's retreating.
He used everything to get away, so he eat away. So that means Wukong in this lineup. Can you see my cursor? So yeah. Wukong is not anywhere from like here to Raptors. A little U around you from your bush right here to here.
He's not there.
He's nowhere right here, because just from based off of where he played. So this should tell you he's either top right now, or he's like here, or he's over here or something. But you should know. I mean, unless this guy's just really, really that bad and doesn't realize it, this should tell you Wukong's not mid.
Okay. And just because so you can just tell the jungler's position just off of very minor things.
Yes. As you get better and you understand how people play more, you will be able to know if the jungler's if you're getting ganked or not, just based off of how your mid laner's playing.
Okay.
So if you're playing, this guy has been pretty, I don't know what he's been, but he's been, you haven't been ganked, so I can't see. But if someone's been playing really, really passive the entire lane, and for some reason they just walk at you, 95% of the time you're being ganked. But do you back right here? That's the question. You should be back here right now. Or I guess, what do you have up?
I think that's where I started to spend them. Yeah.
You have everything, right? So I mean, you should from right here. When's your Q? You don't have flash up right now. Never mind. I was gonna say you easily could just flash and kill him, but you didn't have flash. Never mind. But you have a pink ward down. You should have placed that pink ward down by now, just to.
Oh, Wukong there. Okay, there's my death.
But yeah, staying around with that low of health that long is, I mean, you're gonna die for that. You traded a kill for it, which is alright, but
should have just backed.
Yeah, you should have just backed when I was telling you to earlier. But yeah, that's fun. When you get back, you should place your pink ward, probably like in your lane or here. Like, put it against this wall, that way it's easier to defend.
Okay.
Yeah. These are the best places to put pink wards are in your lane bush. That's a really, really good one. If you're trying to be more defensive, you can put it here, or if the game's kind of even, and you can just like put it in these single bushes. The only problem with the single bushes is you can't really defend your pink ward. If you put them here or here, you can defend your pink ward a lot easier.
Okay.
But I mean, this is the time in the game where you could easily start looking for roams.
Alright.
Right now you can't. There's not really a good chance for you to roam anywhere. But you have a 2-level advantage on him. You definitely shouldn't be playing this far back. You can easily play farther up on him. Especially you have your Null Magic Mantle now, or Negatron Cloak, so he doesn't really do much damage to you. You saw like your QW combo did like almost half his health. Like especially after you see that, you should not be letting him CS. I mean, like in this lane, you should probably have like 70 to 80 CS, and he should have like 50. You could have bullied him out a lot easier. But like him playing, he's scared right now. He knows that you can just wreck him. So like you can once you're stun up, even though he is ult, just pop your tipper, stun him, ignite him, and QW. And even if you or you can just W and save your Q for after your ult if you want, or you could just throw your Q right away. But it's gonna force him to ult and then have to go back to base if you don't kill him, because if he won't be able to stay, or he's gonna die regardless.
I think I did the classic flash tippers, but
you could have done that. You could have done that without the flash.
Oh, wait, that was lucky. But
yeah, I mean, you killed him. You could have. That was good how you realized that, but you could have killed him without the flash. Your Tibber, he's in range of your Tibbers right now, regardless. So you could have just pressed R and done the same exact thing, and then just saved your flash to follow his flash.
Oh, but, okay.
Like,
right.
What you should do is you're right here, right? So you press R, you QW, and then you just start walking this direction.
Wait, I just wanted to. So you think that was Echo was in range?
Yeah, he was in range of your R right here.
Okay.
So you should stun him, use your spells, and kind of just walk in. If you're fighting someone, it's like kiting, but if you're chasing them, you kind of just move in the direction they will be running as you use your spells. And then yeah, I mean you ended up getting him, but he should have flashed sooner. But I mean that worked out. You still killed him. So right now, since you just killed him, right, and your tower's full and you don't really have many minions, right now actually would be a good time to look top to roam or to look bottom to roam, just because you don't really have, you killed him, but you don't. I mean you might be able to go back. How much is Abyssal? Is it 730 or?
It's 780 after the combined cost is 780.
But yeah, but you just killed him, so you know he's not alive for 23 seconds, and you know his teleport's back up. So you should right now wouldn't be too bad of a time to roam, because there's nothing you can do mid right now. The map is about to go dark, so he won't be able to see you. Like they don't have any wards here either, so like. He would think you're backing right now. Right now, he would think you're backing, when in reality, if you're roaming top and you stick against this wall, you can get behind Darius without him even knowing.
Okay.
So use Fog of War. Think of Fog of War, kind of like it's kind of a simple mind game that you're not intending to do, but if you just go this way, and then start running top, he's going to think you're backing, when in reality you're just ganking top.
Okay.
And then right now this is most likely going to draw Wukong mid. There's two places Wukong would be right now. I have it so I can see him, but he's going to either be coming mid to protect this tower, or he's going to be going bot to try to make a play. But 80% of the time he's coming mid to try to protect this tower, to try to not let you take it.
Oh, I think I decided to go in here.
Did you roam top? You did.
I thought I'd get a little bit of damage off on the turret first.
If you're... Oh, I don't know what Gary's saying. I don't know. That turned out really bad. I don't know what Gary was doing. But you could have left right now.
So I shouldn't have worried about getting the damage off. Should just went instantly.
You should probably. push after you push the wave, you should have instantly gone. So
Okay.
right now you should probably just be heading top.
Okay.
And then when you do go top, you want to stick against this wall because it gives you the best angle to cut him off. And you should be spamming your pings as you get closer. You should just be spamming your pings so he knows. But this turn.
Oh yeah, I think I said that. Yeah, I think I pinged like.
But you were right here. He saw you on the ward. You were a little hesitant, and Wukong was coming up this way anyways.
Oh okay.
And then it just worked bad for you. Garen didn't follow up at all, and
then Wukong or someone's teleporting
yeah.
too.
I mean that Garen wasn't paying attention, and you went a little later. And since you went later, Wukong was a lot closer.
Okay.
Because if you left originally, Wukong would have still been like around this area. But also, I mean, he had a feeling you were going top, so I mean, he pinged it. But yeah, I mean, sometimes the run like that works out, and sometimes it like doesn't go in your favor. But the only two things you should have done after you got the kill was you could have backed after you got enough gold for Abyssal, or you could have run top like you did. Those are the only two things you should have done.
Okay.
And then yeah, here just go back mid.
Yeah, I was wondering. I never build Rod of Ages, but I've been thinking maybe it's better against matchups like LeBlanc.
Yeah, I mean it's a pretty good item. It's against LeBlanc, Abyssal Scepter probably is better against LeBlanc.
Oh, okay.
But Rod is good just because you get tankier, and it's just like a good. If you're just kind of average with any, or if you just kind of play any, then it's a good item just because it gives you a little of everything. Gives you health, mana, AP. So.
Okay.
I mean, with Annie's one of those champions where you can build a lot of different items and go a lot of different paths, and then kind of. Just
I got caught out here again.
Yeah.
Or did I escape? Or maybe I didn't. I don't know.
I think you did. Okay, I was just looking back to see if you saw him on the sword or not. You did. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Okay, now I'm remember. I was like, I think I died like so many times to Wukong. And
Yeah.
so that was just my mistake. There was probably just the lack of map awareness because I didn't see Wukong on the map on the ward.
Right here. Yeah, I'll go back to it because was this before or after?
Oh, I think it was before. Yeah, this is around the time. I think.
So yeah, you're farming. So you should.
What did I go there to do?
You were, I think, running bottom, which is fine. I mean, that's just unfortunate because Wukong. The only thing is, you know Wukong isn't here. You know he's not here, and you know he's not here because Rengar's here. So. Okay. This is one area he would be. There's no reason he would be top right now, because it would just be. He could be, but there's no reason for him to be top right now, especially with this dive about to happen. I probably would guess Wukong would be around here, but it just kind of was unfortunate he was here, and if he wasn't 4-1, then it's not a problem for you. He just is fed this game. So that's more unfortunate for you than like anything. There's no way you could have 100% done that. Only way is if you boarded there and went the safer route, but there wasn't really reason.
So that was just one of those.
Yeah, there's just one of those times where there's not too much you really could have done in that situation.
All right.
I will say, put your pink boards. I like how you're buying a lot of pink boards, but you're not.
Sometimes I forget to place them, yeah.
Blue team double kill. Blue team triple kill.
That's not good. Oh god, Darius is 7 kills.
Oh god. Yeah, I don't know how we won this game. I don't think. Somehow we won the team fights.
And then right here, it's something small, but you see how you ran all the way over here to get blue? Like you got blue right here. You could be right here, get blue, and then you're that much closer to this giant wave that's about to get killed mid.
Okay.
So you could be here, get blue, and then instantly you run in. This run is a lot closer. It's about half the distance of you going like this. So
Alright.
you cut off half the time. So you in this situation you only lost 2 minions, but that's 2 minions you could have got. And in other situations you would have lost like 4 or 5 minions. It just worked out for you how the minions were set up. But I would push this. I would push one more wave.
Oh, okay. Oh, maybe I think I saw like an immediate thing. Wait, I can't fully see the map because of the logo.
Oh.
But I think I went immediately because there was like a huge skirmish going on or something like that.
Oh my god. This happened last time with the pause button like this. Can I alt tab and
Or maybe you could use the refresh.
yeah, that pause button like doesn't work now, rip. I don't know why. Alright, so let's see what happens here. This is this is oh you guys had a ward in here too. So this is kind of just bad of you guys to fight knowing that they're in that bush. Wait, do you get it? I mean it works out for you, I think.
Oh no, I died to Darius.
But these are the points in the game where it gets like idiotic and stuff, because how people are playing out the game is this is like not what should be happening.
Okay, so you think that was a bad skirmish because
I mean,
it was 3v5.
If you guys are all there, it's fine because Dragon's up, and you guys want to get Dragon, but you guys should be waiting for Rengar. He should not be doing wolves right now when he sees you guys are trying to fight. And then
So it's just we were just outnumbered.
This was a 4v4. It's just that Wukong is ahead and he womboed you guys. But
Alright.
I mean, Rengar should have been there with you guys. But I mean, you guys want to be fighting because Dragon's here. So,
Okay.
But I'm just gonna try to speed up this game, see if there's any. But I would assume that you pretty much don't farm for the rest of the game. It's basically, I would just assume it's pretty much team fights for the rest of the game.
Oh, okay. That might have been why I had like very low CS. Yeah, I remember it was just team fights the whole.
I mean, I'm sure you're gonna have a lot of wasted time. Like right here, I would just you should just go mid right now.
Okay.
Unless you can kill this guy. You could have chased that and killed him.
Oh, I could have.
You should try to learn your ult range a little better, cause oh my, I can't pause it. This is
I'm sorry. Yeah.
But alright, so right now you're at 3 stacks, right? So if you should E right now to give yourself one more stack, and then when you
Oh, I should have E'd and then Q'd.
yeah,
maybe.
you should have E'd and then Q'd. The Q would have stunned her, and then you could have just dropped Tibbers on her and W'd and ignited everything, and she would have been dead. And then chasing her after the fact is, you weren't gonna get her.
Did I flash? I think I flashed her.
Yeah, you flashed.
And
her.
I died because
Yeah.
Wukong was
So it's either you. I mean, you still get the. That's she should.
That was just a trade.
Yeah, she shouldn't. She should not be in your range at that point. But you either could have. You should only go for that if you have the stun, and then I mean if you don't stun her, just kind of let her leave.
So I should have retreated sooner after failing the.
Yeah. I mean,
realistically,
what should have happened is you should have got the stun off, killed her, and then just instantly kind of been backing off.
Okay.
And clearing the wave. But
Rampage.
the big thing, I would definitely stick with Annie though. Like once you learn her like whole kit a little better, and just like learn her stun and get used to playing around her stun a little more, you'll find out that you'll get more kills and stuff. But in lane, if you're winning the lane, you should just honestly just sit on your stun for a while. You should kill her here. And that's free. But what a lot of good Annies do that I see, if they're winning the lane, they sit on their stun and they just last hit with the auto attacks, and they just zone you because they know that you're scared of the stun. Because when Annie is stunned, it just like it makes you a little scared and worried. So in laning phase, if you're ahead, you could just sit on your stun and then zone them out, and then just last hit with auto attacks.
Oh yeah, that reminds me of a question I had about zoning. I've tried to do that in like matchups where I'm hard countering the enemy, or like you said, I'm really ahead where I can just do that. But sometimes what I notice is I was ineffective at doing the zoning because I would attract minion aggro or somehow like.
Yeah.
Like I was just wondering, like where if I'm trying to zone my enemy, where should my positioning be relative to the creep wave, so I don't have that problem.
This sucks like because I can't. Here, let me see if I can. Reopen this. Floppy, and then like they get pointless.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and like in team fights, my role is pretty simple. I like.
Yeah. And with any of your team fights, you have two options. Most of the time your whole goal is just to flash Tibbers the highest priority target. And if for some reason you can't get to their highest priority target, you flash Tibbers the next high priority target, and you just try to get as many people as you can within the Tibbers. But you want to make sure there's a specific target that you're getting within it. Because like Jinx this game, you can just completely one-hit her, and she can't do anything about it.
Sometimes I'm more worried about the number of people I'm stunning rather than the priority of the targets. So like if I'm usually trying to stun as most people as I can with the Tibbers.
Yeah, you can. The wombo combo is really good, but think if most of the time if you can get a 3, if you can get like a 3-man Tibbers, most of the time that's what you want to do. But you also can think about it like this: if you use everything on one target and you kill them, that makes the fight instantly a 5v4. You don't have your ult anymore, but Tibbers, I mean, he stays
Tibbers
around.
is doing AoE damage.
Yeah, so I mean, he still does stuff, and your cooldowns are pretty low. So I mean, you're pretty useful even after that. So it just turns the fight instantly into a 5v4. All right, sweet. I can screen share with you now. It's working again.
Yeah, I've noticed in at my elo, like she actually gets banned sometimes. Like
yeah, because people don't know how to play around her. And she's one of the best champions to learn because she teaches you how to trade. She teaches you how to punish people, zone people in lane. She's pretty easy to play, so you don't really have to worry about anything mechanical. You worry about what's going on in that game, and you're focused on what you can do in that game to win rather than trying to do a ridiculous combo. Because
I try to like those champions better, just that are low skill cap, so I can focus more on the game.
Those are the best champions you should be playing. Like people like Zed, like it's just Zed and like LeBlanc and stuff. I mean, LeBlanc's not hard, but LeBlanc. There's different levels of LeBlanc. LeBlanc is easy to play like at face value, but like she can be taken to a whole new level. Like LeBlanc can easily be played like a Zed.
I was just wondering, so The reason I asked that also is like having some backup mid laners. So is Lux a
So-
good champion to play?
No, she's all skill shots.
Okay.
Play like Orianna is good. She's pretty much in every meta. She's just like the standard mid laner. She's good.
What about Morgana?
Well, yeah, Morgana. I recommend Morgana. She's really good. She's simple. She's pretty simple to play. She is strong. She's a good laner. You just kind of clear the wave, and then you can roam or just kind of do whatever. Yeah, Morgana's good. Annie, Orianna, Lissandra. If you like Lissandra's pretty straightforward. She's simple, and she can. She's good at team fighting. You can roam with her. And,
What about Kale?
yeah, Kale's good. I'm not good. I don't know about the Rune and Mastery page that's optimal. I'm sure you can look that up on like pro builds or something. But yeah, Kale's not bad to play.
Okay.
So yeah, Annie, Morgana, Kale. If you want to stick to just those three for now, I mean those are all
I think
pretty good.
yeah, because I used to play some Kale, so I sort of know about her kit.
Yeah. All right, but like.
Okay.
But as far as like standing relatively to minions, you should be standing. I mean, you pretty much are, but you could be standing here, and then when he goes for CS, like right, yeah, he should.
I should be able to deny that.
Yeah,
CS.
he should not be able to stand in all these minions right now and be able to get them. He should be having to stand somewhere around here. Because you should be standing somewhere around here, just because his ranged minions are all the way over here and everything. So if you did attack him right now, if you like auto attack Q'd him, his ranged minions would have to try to move in range to hit you. So you wouldn't really take any minion damage, and he would take your auto attacks and your Qs if you decide to throw your Q. But definitely try to auto attack more. I'll show you times when it's not a good time to auto attack, but times like that was a good time to auto attack.
What do you do in these sorts of? I've noticed these sort of situations come up a lot where you just have like 2 or 3 minions. So what's the strategy there? Like in this kind of position.
For right now,
Yeah.
just try to get level 2. To be honest,
Okay.
try to don't let him. Yeah, kind of just play where you're at right now, because his only way to get to you is just to run at you, and if he just runs at you, he's not gonna be able to do anything. You can just auto attack and Q him, and then when he gets to you, your minions are just gonna be hitting him too. I mean, his
All right.
minions will be hitting you, but you'll be able to get a lot more auto attacks off. So I mean,
Okay.
yeah. So like right now, you want to be playing around here, and against an Echo, you typically don't want to stand in the minion line. You want to be standing around here or over here or something, because he's
Yes.
if you stand in the minion line, it lets him CS while harassing you. And
Yeah.
so if you stand over here, he's 2 options. He's either going to throw his Q for your CS, or he's going to throw his Q to harass you. Which, if he throws his Q to harass you, if you're playing it properly, you should be like denying him from CS anyways. So.
Okay.
Like right there, you missed it, but like, so you know he doesn't have that anymore, right? It's, I mean, it's a 10-second cooldown. I mean, I don't expect you to know everything, but you should know that.
It's down for just a few seconds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should know that your Q is 3.8. I think. I don't know. Right,
Yeah. And it even gets halved if you use it on a minion, which is really nice.
retarded. But you should know his Q cooldowns. Most Q cooldowns are like somewhere between like, I think it's like 7-8 seconds average, or like it's so it's just, you should think it's like, oh, I have 8 seconds before you can throw that again or something like that.
Okay.
But like you threw one you auto attacked him once, right?
Mhm.
There was no reason for you to really stop.
I could have just gone for a Q even.
Yeah, like right. I'll show you why. Right, where was it? Right. Alright, so right there you auto attacked him. Just keep going. It like you can Q, and then you can just kind of walk this way and auto attack him, because his range minions are here, right? So they can hit you. He has one here that can maybe hit you, but these have to walk around minions to try to get you. right? Because that's how minion aggro works. When you hit them with an auto attack, the minions try to aggro onto you. So like, look, you see how they're running around?
Mhm.
If you were walking this way, they might get to you, but you would have got a Q and another auto attack off to on him by then. So then he'd be like right here, and you're still full health. And then if he does come to attack you, then your minions will start aggroing onto him.
Okay. Now, of course, this was sort of an easy matchup. What am I supposed to do, like, in sort of like a more difficult matchup, like, like Lux, Xerath,
Just
Brand?
it turns into a mind game. Just dodge their. I mean, you just dodge their like stun or their binding. Against like Xeraths, there's typically two types of Xeraths. Ones that either just nonstop Q their. Actually, there's three types. That it's typically either one that just continuously just Qs the wave and shoves you in nonstop, or one that just continuously tries to Q you over and over. So just you have to kind of read your opponent when you play against someone like a Xerath or like a Lux.
Okay.
Because against a Lux or a Xerath, after the first few levels, you should know how they're going to be playing. And kind of, you can tell if they're aggressive or if they're just trying to farm. And if they're just trying to farm, you just CS and then you can get Qs and auto attack them when they can. You won't be able to punish them as hard just because they aren't melee, but you still have a huge all-in potential in harass.
What's the equivalent of starting Flask? Flask was removed, and sometimes if I want more sustain, I usually just go for boots and 4, especially against like skill shot heavy champs.
I think some of the flasks they have now. I haven't really messed with them a lot, to be honest. I don't even know what the new flasks do. I just pretty
There's
much.
one with like 3 charges, and it has like burn damage or something like that.
Pretty much just always go Dorans. On Annie, pretty much you should really go Dorans ring on Annie every game regardless.
Even against a Lux, like going Dorans instead of boots and 4 would be better.
If you feel a lot more confident with boots, you can start boots, that's fine. But once you get more confident in that matchup, I would switch to Dorans because it gives you better trading potential, it gives you better sustain, it gives you more damage. It gives everything Annie needs, and boots, it helps you dodge everything, but your combat stats, like your overall trading isn't as good. You do have 4 potions for sustain, but you can't do as much damage or trade as easily.
Alright.
But yeah, like right now, especially since you just saw him through his Q, you could just be walking right up, and you should not let him get anywhere close to this minion wave.
Okay.
Although he does have a lot of minions, but he doesn't have a Q. You should be standing right here and just throwing autos at him like non-stop when you can. Like just throwing an auto back out, throwing another one, and he just used his E2. You easily could have auto attacked him more and thrown your Q and stuff.
Oh yeah, so there's no reason for me to be back at like turret.
Yeah, I mean now there is, because your minions are like dead. But like 5 seconds ago, you shouldn't be this far back.
Okay.
Sometime I'll go into we can do some 1v1s, and I can kind of show you stuff, because just kind of like if you get traded on, or if you get punished in a way that you haven't really been punished before, you might learn something, or you might be like, why are you able to do this right now, or something like that. But another time we can go into 1v1s and we can do different matchups and kind of go over things.
Okay.
Alright, this was I'll go into more. Alright, so you can, right now you have the minion advantage. So if he did fight you, he'll take more damage from your minions, but you can be playing up right here, and then you can, if he goes for a CS, you can just
Punish.
can't punish him. Now he does. This is probably this against an Echo is probably a champion I would. You could just sit on your stun, to be honest, because if you sit on your stun, he's melee, so you can harass him with auto attacks a lot, and if he jumps on you, you just instantly stun him. So he has no counterplay to you.
Oh.
So if you just sit on your stun, you stand right here, you auto attack the CS and everything, you hit him. Like right now, if you stand right here, you could just be hitting him for free, and then like without missing like the CS. But if you stand up here,
my last hitting just becomes more inaccurate if I don't use the Q. So
yeah, I understand. But
maybe that's just mechanical.
That's just playing more, I guess, and then just practicing it.
Okay.
But yeah, just remember, sitting on your stun on Annie sometimes is an effective way to just zone them. Sometimes it just gets in people's head and it just like makes them freak out.
Okay.
But yeah, especially. But when you're playing like a bursty person like Annie, later in games, your job in team fights is to kill the highest priority target as fast as you can. And now
should my positioning still be like similar to AD carries in that like I should be behind my front line until the fight begins?
No, you should be as Annie. You should be the one initiating the fights a lot of times.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like.
But what if I die?
If you die, it's okay if you killed. If you initiate properly, then you would have got a flash tibbers on like 1, 2, or 3 of them, and you would have completely deleted one of them. If you don't kill one, you're gonna get them really low. You're gonna, as you play more, you will see when good times and bad times are to initiate. If you initiate a bad time, you probably will just straight up die. You could. If you go to a good time, you might get a kill or so. But if you die, it's alright. Just make sure your goal in team fights you shouldn't ever really be using your skills on the tank as Annie until like later in the fights. But your initial goal is just to go for the highest priority target if you can.
So my positioning can be more like up front near the front line.
Yeah, your positioning should be a lot more aggressive than an AD carry.
Okay.
On Annie especially. Now if you're playing someone that should be played like an AD carry is like a Zerath or a Zir.
Like Kale even.
Yeah, Kale more like an AD carry kind of.
Yeah.
You can play farther up with Kale because you can make yourself invulnerable. But once you play Kale more, you kind of learn your limits on champion. That's one reason why you should play the same champion a lot, is because you learn your limits and your damage output throughout the game with that champion. Like an unskilled Annie will not understand how much damage they do at level 6 and won't know when they can and can't pressure and when they can and can't kill their laner. Where like a Master Annie could tell you exactly at what level they could kill you at, and they would know exactly like how much health the person would have. Like say you're level 6, like a really good Annie would say like, hey, I can kill them right now with my full combo. Where like a bad Annie they might be able to, but they just wouldn't know because they don't have enough time on that champion.
Oh, okay.
So it's like stick to. Basically, what I'm getting at is just stick to the same few champions and just get better at them.
Alright.
And then, as you play more, you will understand that champion more. But the biggest things I see, just from what I've seen from just this one game, is you don't seem to know when to trade effectively, or when you can and can't pressure the other person.
Yeah, I think even when I play AD carry, whenever I need lane really, like oftentimes if I lose lane, I usually just ask the other person what they thought, like Like
Yeah.
how are they were able to win the lane, and a lot of times I get the feedback that that I need to like trade more or get better at trading or play more aggressive,
Yeah, it's
stuff
yeah.
like
You
that.
just it's just you don't see the openings or like the times you could
Okay.
pressure stuff. I mean, when I can do 1v1s and stuff with you to try to help with that. But yeah, I would definitely watch Ellis Last Shadow's videos, especially if you see videos about like a silver mid laner and stuff. Like the videos that talk, even if it's not from this patch or anything, they still can be helpful because stuff he says, he doesn't talk about like meta or patch related stuff. He talks like about just the lane itself.
Yeah,
So if
I've
you,
noticed that. Yeah.
yeah, so if you just look about, if you just watch some like silver, gold, or I mean, you could watch some of his plat stuff talking to plat players, but I would mainly watch the ones like about silver or gold players, just because it's like more, kind of more, I guess, where you're at.
Okay.
I mean, watching the plat mid lane videos, those are fine too. I mean, it doesn't matter too much because he kind of goes over some of the same stuff, regardless. But yeah, watching some of his stuff definitely would help too. Cause he like he knows a lot of like in depth stuff and everything. I kind of just know basics compared to him, I guess, and just like some of the fundamentals and things.
I remember one comment he made about map awareness was like, I think he said that in like some instances, if you're not looking at the map like every 3/4 of a second, that's not enough or something like that.
Oh yeah, I think I was watching that. He was at he's thinking a lot of things he says is for like the most optimal thing possible. So like right now, you should be looking at the minimap. Right now, you should be looking at the minimap. Like after you like auto attacked and last hit this, you should be looking at the minimap. He's like he's thinking of it most like as optimal as you can get and like at the highest skill possible you can get. Like right now, even though you got hit with the right when you're comboing now, so I mean you can't be looking at the minimap, but
I've been trying to go off the general
like,
rule
right,
of
yeah.
looking at the mini map between every CS.
Yeah, like right now you should be looking at the minimap. That's what he's saying. He's like, now does this happen? No. Like I can tell you I don't look at it nearly that much, and like a lot of people don't. Pretty much no one does. But when he says stuff like that, if he ever makes points like that, he's talking about as optimal as you can get and the most efficient way to play the game.
Okay.
But looking at the meme map, if you're not doing anything realistically, and the best way possible, if you're not doing anything, your eyes should just be looking at the mini map.
Okay.
Have you ever played StarCraft or anything?
No, I've never
Okay.
played that. Yeah.
But yeah, so
But I've heard
basically,
of it.
if you're not trading, if you're not CSing, if you're not fighting or anything, if you're just walking or even if you're in lane, you could have just taken an auto attack from him. You should be looking at the mini map. It's kind of like if you're not actively doing anything, your eyes should be on the mini map. Do you have any questions about anything?
No, I mean, I think we went over a lot. I mean,
But oh yeah, so remember, I'll write it in Skype for you right now. That wars were ganked around three-ish, because they can be ganking. You can get ganked realistically around 3 to 3:30. So yeah, if you ward at like 250, I mean that's fine. Just somewhere around that area to be able to see if you're gonna get ganked.
okay.
I guess for now, just work on. Trying to see what to tell you just to work on for now. Just work on CSing. Focus on CSing more. Focus on being a little more aggressive in lane, especially, and just using your auto attacks a lot more. in lane and throughout the game.
Oh, okay. I remember
Especially
the other question. Was because when you said CSing more, I remember. The other problem is like sometimes I get low on. See, I remember one time I had like 75 CS at like 10 minutes, but I ended up with like 150 at 30 because the problem is like the ADC comes mid and takes the CS, and then like the jungle camps are usually clear. So and so I sometimes it's just I don't know where to get the CS because
yeah. Now I've sometimes haven't done this myself, but you're able like. Just as easy as the AD carry comes mid to take your farm, you're able to go bottom to take their farm.
Okay.
So like, I'm not saying like have a war for their CS, but if you see like there's a big wave bottom that they're obviously not going for, go and take it. And especially someone like Annie or Annie's not the best split pusher, but if you're ahead on Annie and if someone comes to fight you, you can easily just instantly burst them and get a free kill. So I mean, you can split push with Annie. So there's instead of roaming, like roaming's one way, but you also can split push as like a mid laner to help pressure the map and kind of help your team out.
Okay.
So don't be scared to go in silence and split push as a mid laner. Don't have the mindset of like mid lane is my lane and I only can like go there. You can go to other lanes from base.
Okay.
I'm trying to. Oops. Trying to just find. Trying to find maybe another time where auto attacking when you asked about where you should be standing to the minions. Right now, you like in a time like this, you definitely should have your pink ward down. I would definitely put my pink ward like here or something like that.
Okay.
Just to place it down because it does use in your inventory, or even up there or down there. You just want to have it down.
Yeah, and I think sometimes I've gone games where like I forget to put my pink ward to the point where I'm selling it because I'm like 25 gold short for an item.
Yeah. I've done that before, but right there, I don't know if we went over this specific time. There's no point to stop attacking right here. You should after that walk this way, auto attack him, walk this way, auto attack him, walk this way, auto attack him, and if your Q and everything's back up, then use it. You have your ult right now too, so I mean, right now you should just you should have just dropped like everything on him, like ult, ignite, and everything. Like, there's no reason not to. That was a free kill. You did this much damage with a QW, right? Yeah. So if you ignite ult, the ult's gonna take him to like here, and then if you auto attack him again, and then just when your QW comes back up, your Q would just kill him when it came back up. Does he have ult right now? Yeah, he does. But I mean that wouldn't have mattered because you have flash, so. But like right now you could be playing up a lot farther. You play really far back when Annie you're a bully and you can be aggressive in lane, so you could be standing like right here and zone him completely out of this CS. I mean, I guess
I didn't have to flash there.
Yeah, I mean, you probably would have had a flash to after he probably would have flashed, and then you probably would have had a flash after him. But that initial burst, you didn't have to flash for.
Okay.
I mean, I guess that's all I got right now. I mean, we can definitely go over more things and stuff when in the future, like go over different games and get different scenarios. Okay. I definitely want to go over. Oh yeah, I want to watch you with a go against like a range champion, just like a more standard matchup, and then we can go over one of those games sometime.
Yeah.
But,
Okay.
make sure, I don't know if you're toxic in games or not, but just if someone makes you mad in game, just meet them. If just do your best to have a positive attitude in game, because there's like if you're mad and tilting and stuff, you're not gonna improve, and then you just.
I think one of the things that used to maybe put me off. I don't really say much anymore, but before, one of the things that used to piss me off was like when I'd call like Mia like a lot of times, and I remember the Zed went like 8-1 because even though I called Mia, he still kept getting kills every time he roamed. So
yeah. Now you calling and missing, a lot of bad players, a lot of people you play with won't recognize it, or they won't realize like how close he is. But also you have to realize calling Mia doesn't give them a protection. Like it doesn't just make them safe from that fight, because you still have to look at it as it's a 3 versus 2, or sometimes 4v versus 2, so they have the man advantage, so they should win that fight. So try to just follow your lane more.
okay.
Even if you have to give up CS, just follow your lane and go help out, see what happens. Or if their tower's close to dying, just stay mid and take their tower, and then go and help them out afterwards. It's just like a trade you have to get used to doing, but just 80% of the time, I guess, just start following your lane more and just see what happens, and get in the habit of following your lane. That way you can kind of go from there and learn from what times you should and shouldn't.
Okay.
All
right.
Yeah, I guess it's so to recap, just kind of, and also don't waste time running around. If you find yourself just kind of walking in circles, and if you're not sure what to do, and you're not fresh back to lane, just back and buy something.
Okay. Yeah. Sometimes I've noticed that like I'm not farming, I'm not doing anything, and like just getting behind for no reason.
If you're not sure what to do, just back, and then as you're walking back to lane, you can figure out if you want to go top, if you want to go bottom or something. But just do that. Try to recognize when someone kind of missteps, I guess, and just use your auto attacks more in mid lane. That goes for all champions. LeBlanc, Ari, I guess Morgana, Kale, like everyone. Use your auto attacks more.
But if you're playing a melee, like CSing, sometimes when I go top, or even if I have to play like Kale, for example, like how do you CS effectively? I'm like so scared of getting harassed. Like
you CS with your skills if you're gonna take too much damage if you go for that CS, or you stay back, and then when a CS gets low, that's when you go in for the CS, and then you instantly back off.
Okay.
It kind of just like spacing between you and the champion. You should know the range that they can hit you with, and then you just constantly stay outside of that range. And then whenever CS get low, you go in for it. When we do 1v1s and stuff, I can kind of show you more.
Okay.
You would be able to kind of see exactly what I'm talking about.
Alright.
But I hope you learned something, or I hope it helped some.
Yeah, that was really helpful. Alright, thank you. Thank you so much.
But I'll definitely talk with you more tomorrow or something, and then sometime maybe later this week we can do something else, and then kind of get it going. Just have a positive attitude. If you lose games and stuff, it's fine. Just think about what you could have done better that game, or think about just how you could have improved. But yeah.
Okay. Alright, thank you for your time.
Oh, yeah.
I'll see you later.
Yeah, I'll talk to you later.
You too.